Marcus statue. It's not something you'd see unless you kind of look up or look around or take note of, but it just kind of shows some lore into this game and the area. This guy here is going to be invincible, part of a cutscene playing ahead, which I'm not sure why. This area just kind of has a weird amount of animations going on. Another cool thing is if you run up here, this enemy isn't going to shoot you, but let's just quickly take out these guys. As you can see, you just chilling. But a cool skip you can do is jumping up onto this tarp, and I'll just take out these surveyors. Then you can kind of stand back, run and do a jump onto the corner, and you just kind of land on this invisible platform here. Take a couple steps and then jump onto this big object. There is a gap there, so be careful. There's also an invisible wall here, so you do have to kind of slowly make your way around. And there you go, you've skipped out the entire running around portion, and you can just kind of jump in and kill the warden, rescue Roland. So the warden is another named enemy which doesn't have a cutscene and also doesn't drop a legendary, so we're not going to be farming him or anything, but he can, if you take long enough, will send himself and Roland to another area of the map, so just kind of make sure to kill him quick. Another cool trick is you don't have to fight all those enemies, it's optional, so once you kill warden you can actually save quit. Make sure to take this waypoint or else you will have to spawn at the start of the map. But now what we're going to be doing is running over to Roland and just turning the mission, easy as that. So yeah, this area is pretty cool, there's some hidden stuff and interesting things. So just before we teleport back to Sanctuary, just want to explain this. Here's another set of that phase placement of Angel, nice. There's some more Marcus statues here, and yeah, they just kind of look pretty cool, and honestly you've probably seen this area before because this is quite a notable area in Borderlands, but unless you've taken pretty good notice, you probably didn't realise it was Marcus. And now what we're going to be doing is just taking a look up here, and most of you probably already know this, but there is a sacrifice pit. And one thing you do is jump in, click the lever and kill yourself if you're solo. Another thing is you get your friend to do it for you, or you could also lure an enemy into there. But we have sped through this area pretty efficiently, if I might say so, and we'll just teleport back to Sanctuary if it doesn't do that weird glitch and go hand in. We do have 9 Eridium, so we could do a pistol upgrade because of the Herald, and maybe an SMG upgrade. So we just waited for the dialogue to finish there, teleported to Three Horns Divide, grabbed the car, and we just drive a little bit. Hit this mountain, you can get an insta teleport out of the car instead of watching that animation from behind the house, and make your way there. So just running over here is commonly known, I think at this point, but if you shoot the snowman's head, you get a tinderbox. This can be used for the next mission. As you can see, it's ignite the Varkids, so if you don't have a fire elemental weapon, there's one for you. And just as we're here, there is a cool thing you can do if you make your way up here. Jump along the rocks, be careful of the invisible wall, and then parkour along the skull, which I do explain in one of my shorts, and then just parkour along the top. Jump over the barrier and you can get out of bounds. Just something quick and simple at the start of the map, because why not? You can kind of explore this kind of area and then you can jump off this down and you will land on an invisible floor. Just run around, explore for yourselves. This one isn't as interesting, but maybe you guys will find something. Do a quick little showcase here. So I have made my way back up, and we're doing the Ignite Barcade mission. One thing to take note of, shooting at enemies like that isn't going to be the most efficient. You find these fire melons, wait for the 3 Varkids to run over and blow it up. I only managed to get 2 then, I didn't wait long enough. And we'll just shoot this last one. But that's an easy way to complete that challenge if you're struggling. We are on level finally, so these are going to be good for farming XP, but usually the badass Varkid, if you wait for them to evolve, that's actually something, if you didn't know, if you shoot the Varkid and then wait for it to go into a pod, then you can progressively make it stronger and stronger, kind of like a Goliath, and get a badass Varkid, and maybe higher, I'm not too sure, but you can get some pretty good items and XP from them. We are at the cave where Tina is. We'll just take out these enemies real quick. But now that Tina stuff is done, just before we quickly go to the Donk Donks, around this corner there is going to be an invisible part of the map, which the developer, I guess, just missed out. But there's nothing there. It is an out of bounds, but all it does is drop you down into the void and you just fall forever. And so after that, I have just made my way a little bit through the boring run section. Just want to show you guys an efficient way to get over to the Donk Donks. What you want to do is parkour up that rock there, make your way over to this train track. This is optional, you can also just run around, but I just find it more efficient. Jump up onto that rock, and there you are. You can just get to this area, don't have to worry about fighting anything. If you're safe enough, then you can dodge all the enemies. Just want to drop down here onto this kind of top roof. If we can get down, drop, and you can crouch to pick up the Badonk Donk. And as you can see, didn't find any enemies. And you want to make your way over to the left. Well, I already angered them now, so I may as well just take them out. But if you make your way over to the left there, then you can dodge all the rest of the fighting too. So just quickly grab it and run. Then over here there is a pipe, which if you jump off, you might notice that floating little warning label there. And I remember seeing this on my first playthrough, but never knowing what it was. But it just says, do not put head in equipment, impact and crush, something. I didn't look long enough, but just another mistake the person who made this map, I guess, made and was never fixed. And so we just want to make our way to Tina here, talk to her to finish the mission, and wait for the animation to start and the garage to close. This was the point earlier where I was saying you can kind of jump and grenade jump and parkour. You know what, well, at least we'll try it one time, but it's not often you can make it across first try. We'll see. Maybe? Yeah. There we go. As you can see, the Donk Donks were already made. If a grenade jump, she's just stood still in the middle doing nothing, but apparently she made them. And we'll get the Donk Donks. But just before we leave the map, I've got a couple more cool things to show you, where if you spoke to her after this to get this optional mission, then you can have the opportunity to run over to this area to kill the enemy Madame von Barnelsby. She is going to respawn every time, so you can farm her. But something interesting just before that is if you jump on these stones and jump just about right, as you can see, you can absolutely launch a Varkid into this stratosphere, apparently. Don't know why that's a bug, but it is. And there you go, you can see Madame von Barnelsby. She is gonna have a chance to drop the baby maker. Again, another legendary first try, and it's on level. Okay, as you can see, just empty the clip here. When you throw it out, it is gonna spawn, I guess, little babies, which then explode again. It's not a good weapon by any means, but I think it might be good on Gauge possibly. But just while we're here, another cool thing is a secret chest, kind of off the map. So I made my way to this area. We do have an extra skill point for doing all the missions and whatnot. So we'll put the point into that. And one thing I'll show you again, yet another skip, is instead of going across that bridge, if you just run through this water here, you can just make your way around and you don't have to fight any enemies. Just yet another random skip. I don't know why, just they're all up here in this episode. Place those and then arm them. Then if we just quickly make our way across, do a little jump and just about make it, then you can see the animation from this perspective and it's kind of funny. Watch the rocket fly around, see the train blow up in the distance and get a first person view of all the destruction. Don't know, it's kind of funny. Watch the train go to the very end, jump across, and you can actually see it just fall and pretty much hit your Vault Hunter in the head. So we're at the end of the line. Another super fast trick, another skip again, is if you equip your grenade, make sure to not move whatsoever when you enter this area, or else you will trigger the respawn station ahead. But if you kill yourself or down yourself and then kill yourself, then you will fall backwards. And what this does is not trigger the respawn station, and it will literally just teleport you to the end of the map. So instead of doing another really annoying run, you can save a lot of time and skip pretty much straight to the end and fight Wilhelm. So Wilhelm doesn't have a cutscene. He just goes straight to the fight. However, we are going to still make a card for him because he's going to drop 2 legendary items, the Logan's Gun and the Rolling Thunder, each with a 5% chance, obviously making up the total 10% for any other boss. I'm going to run through it super quick to make sure the video isn't too long. So getting into it, his HP is going to be 31,000, shield 3,140, and the surveyors are going to be repairing the shield over time, so whenever he spawns those, make sure to take them out. He's going to be resistant to fire, weak to corrosive, and you're obviously going to want to use shock for the shield, as per any other enemy. Explosive is going to be good as well because he is classified as a loader, and when you're shooting him you want to make sure to aim for his hips/legs, that is his crit spot. The Logan's Gun best prefix is going to be redundant, which is the ×2 variant, just like the double penetrating Herald. And the Logan's Gun is going to be mainly used for rocket ammo regen, like in the later stages of the game. So you're going to want to farm it in normal mode. You can obviously do it in OP10 as well, but it's just not a very good weapon. And finally, the Rolling Thunder has no prefix or element, so you're just going to want to farm for the legendary itself. That's it, so let's get back into it. So we'll just get straight into the fight and hopefully get one of the legendaries. He's going to be level 18, 2 levels higher, but as long as you make sure to take out the surveyors, it's no big deal. He's very close. I kind of don't want to kill him near the edge because the things he drops do have a chance of falling off. No. Didn't look like he dropped anything. There's the core. But quick look around, yeah, he didn't drop anything. But we will farm him just really quickly and try and get the Rolling Thunder and Logan's Gun. And now that's done, we'll just take the teleporter back to Sanctuary, quickly install the core. Part of the story, Jack's gonna, spoiler, Jack's gonna attempt to blow up Sanctuary. Then we're gonna fill in the different things that Scooter's made. One interesting thing to take note of is if you stand on here or the gaps at any point in time, you are gonna fall and die. However, after you hand the Eridium to Lilith, you can jump on them with no problem and not fall through. So here we are, and we're gonna watch Sanctuary fly away, as per usual. Sad to see it go, but honestly I prefer Sanctuary in the sky more than on the ground because there's just more glitches, more fun. So we'll watch it go and have a look. Lots of fun stuff this episode, I feel like. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.